favorite books when I was younger included The Rainbow Fish or Chrysanthemum, and when I got older, my favorite books became the Harry Potter series. The book I selected to read to you today is It's Brave to Be Kind by Natasha Daniels. I selected this book because as Miss Nevada Collegiate, I support a cause called BRAVE. BRAVE stands for Building Respect and Values for Everyone. This can mean just spreading kindness or a little extra love towards anyone, including your families, friends, teachers, animals, and even yourself. I hope that as I'm reading this book to you, you can brainstorm some ways that you can spread a little extra kindness and love to those around you today. It's brave to be kind. Alex woke up and reached her arms up high, as far as they could go. She got out of bed and stretched her legs, taking giant steps to the kitchen. This was different from yesterday, when Alex jumped out of bed and hopped to the kitchen. Everybody wakes up and gets out of bed, thought Alex. It's perfectly ordinary. But I do it a different way every day. Alex loved to be different. Every morning, Alex ate cereal a different way. Today, she poured tea over her cereal instead of milk. She used her hands to talk to her dog. He didn't know sign language. Maybe we can learn together, thought Alex. When Alex said goodbye to her family, even her goodbyes were different. She gave her little brother a high five. She gave her mom a bear hug and growled a little. Alex rode the bus to school. She looked out the window. Every day she saw the same buildings, trees, and sidewalks. She noticed when things were different. The dog walker she saw every day had only 5 dogs today. Yesterday, there were 7 dogs. At school, Alex noticed that something was very different. Her classroom was quiet. Instead of hearing everyone talking and laughing, she heard silence. There was a new boy sitting in the back of the classroom. Who is that boy, wondered Alex. Where did he come from? The other kids asked him what his name was. John, he said. He spoke with an accent. Where are you from? They asked. The boy looked confused and said, John. The kids in the class started to laugh. One kid laughed the loudest. It was Greg. Alex wondered, why are they laughing? The new boy did sound different, but what was wrong with different? Miss Jen came in and hushed the class. She spoke with excitement. We have a new student in our class. His name is John. John knows Spanish because he is from another country where people speak Spanish. He will learn English here with us. Please help him get used to the class. Alex was excited to meet someone from another country. She wondered what foods his family ate and how far John had traveled to get here. Alex liked making new friends. Miss Jen told everyone to take out their math homework. Alex pulled out her homework but didn't look at it. She looked at John one more time. Her heart sank. Why is he crying? Greg was still staring at John and whispering to the other students. Alex felt yucky in her stomach. It was the same feeling Alex got when Greg said she had cooties and no one wanted to play with her. Miss Jen hushed the class again. She turned to write on the board. As soon as Miss Jen faced away from the class, Greg threw a paper airplane at John's head. Everyone laughed, except Alex. Alex wondered if she should say something. What could she do? Greg could be so mean. Before Alex decided what to do, Miss Jen turned around and gave the class a stern look. That's not how we treat new students, she said. Being new is hard, Alex thought. It was hard for me when I was new last year. It must be even harder if you don't know how to speak English yet. Greg is being mean, and that makes it harder. John looked up from his desk and saw Alex. Alex smiled and gave him a small wave. John smiled and gave her a small wave back. Time flew by as Alex imagined all the questions she wanted to ask John. He probably had so many stories to tell. At recess, Alex searched the playground for John. She couldn't wait to play with him. Alex almost gave up, but then she saw 2 feet. They were sticking out from behind a nearby tree. She saw kids on the other side of the tree teasing John. Alex felt a little sick. It was that yucky feeling in her stomach. Her face got warm with anger. Greg, stop being so mean to John, Alex said. Greg turned away from John and looked at Alex. Mind your own business, Greg yelled. Alex turned to John and said, John, do you want to play with me? He didn't say a word, but he looked happy. Greg started to laugh, and the other kids joined in. If you play with him, forget about ever playing with us. Greg was the boss of the playground. If Alex didn't play with Greg, maybe no one would play with her. She thought about what to do. We don't want to play with you anyway, Greg said to Alex. You're too different. Your hair is weird. Alex's hands shot up to her head. She touched her new haircut. It was different. No one in her class had hair like hers. I like my new hair, said Alex. Alex started to think. I like John, she thought. I want to play with him. I want to hear him speak Spanish. Maybe I can learn how to speak it. I want to ask John what his country was like and what foods he ate there. I wonder, does he have a sister? Does she go to our school? Alex took a deep breath. She was about to do something brave. Alex reached out her hand to John and said, John, do you want to play with me? See, he said with a big smile. Does that mean yes? Asked Alex. See, yes, said John, nodding. Greg's face turned red. He said to the other kids, come on, let's go. Alex told John she was sorry the other kids were treating him in a mean way. She hoped he understood, even if he didn't know English very well. She pointed to the soccer field, and they went to play. John was good at soccer, very good. He showed Alex how they played in his country. He showed her how to dribble the ball from knee to knee. Soon, a few kids stopped playing with Greg and ran to the field. Can we play with you? They asked. Sure, said Alex. One by one, all the kids left Greg and ran to the field. It was fun trying to bounce the ball on their knees, and it was fun to watch everyone try. Everyone except Greg. Alex wondered where Greg was, and then she saw him. His 2 feet stuck out from behind the tree. "Are you okay?" asked Alex. "Why do you care?" said Greg. "Go away." But Alex didn't go away. "You aren't always nice, Greg, but I don't want you to be upset. Everyone's feelings are important," she said. Greg stood up. "It isn't fair that everyone left. We were having a good time and you took them away," he said sadly. "You don't have to be the boss all the time," said Alex, who was feeling very confident. "But he doesn't speak English," said Greg. Alex laughed. "We don't speak Spanish. You don't have to speak the same language to play with a soccer ball." "We're just trying something different," said Alex. "We're learning to bounce balls on our knees. John is showing us how. He's nice. Come and play." Alex wanted to go back to the fields and have fun. She had invited Greg to play, and it was time for her to go back. "Hey, wait!" yelled Greg. Greg picked up a ball and kicked it hard at John, who stopped it with his 2 feet. John flipped the ball up and kicked it back to Greg. John was great at soccer, but Greg was good too. Alex noticed that she didn't have that yucky feeling in her stomach anymore. She was happy she had listened to her heart. She was happy she had been brave. Today was a different kind of day, thought Alex, and that made it perfect. The end. I hope you all enjoyed that book, and I hope that after reading the story, you really do think about what you can be doing today and every other day to spread a little extra kindness and to make someone else's day a better day. Thank you so much for having me, and I can't wait to hopefully see you all soon in person.